The 11th ranked team in the country get ready for basketball today from the Smith Center. The North Carolina Tar Heels looking for win number 20 against the Pitt Panthers. Making his first career start. He'll go up for the opening tip against Cam Corrin, who was also a game time decision but is playing father of a baby girl back in Pittsburgh. He has made it. He got here about an hour before the game, but he is not starting for a Pitt team that's very undermanned.
Wants to slow this game down to control the pace. Carolina always wants to get up and down, force the action. Let's see if they continue to do that with a depleted bench. Turn inside, Stevenson with the three ball there.
Witherspoon for Cam Corrin. And Corrin rattles in just his 10th three for Duke in this building Saturday. Lost at Miami Tuesday. Joel Lenardi has them as a 6th seed right now as we hit the middle of February. Bogovac stick from Iowa State. Papa Conte, a backup big. Knee surgery, and Brandon Cummings, their leading scorer, missing his 5th in a row with an ankle injury. Everything rebounded by High. Bogovac into Stevenson. Typically more of a shooting big. Fades away and scores.
On the front line. They have to defend, take care of the basketball, and let the chips fall where they may.
Trimble is fouled. The first. This is a grueling final 6 games for the year.
It absolutely is, and wrong time, too late in the year to be trying to figure things out.
Back before the end of the year. They hope they'll have Vissar back maybe as early as next week. Great catch and finish by Trimble. Bogovac's last basket. Here's Minor. A hard screen on Trimble from Corrin. Corrin's already hit 1 3. Make it 2. It's his usual starting 5 in. Minor, Witherspoon, Dunning, a great athlete. Cialepa and Corrin. Corrin's going to shoot another 3, and he hit. Well, Carolina starts 8 for 9. 2 for 2 from deep. High doesn't typically shoot this. He will long. He may be there only the under 12, given their lack of depth. Kieran Mullen, the 7-foot freshman, is in as Trimble is averaging 33.5 minutes a game on the year. Cialepa.
High motor guy. This kid goes to the zone now, but you can't leave the basketball.
Can't leave Bogovac. 3. When we talked to Hubert Davis today about what they need to do, he didn't even mention scoring without those 2. Stevenson.
Not changed. They're still going to be able to run that high-low action. I think among their bigs, he's just as good a shooter as Caleb Wilson.
Has it knocked away by Minor. They're both in the role of the photographers. Dunning down the court will bank it home. The first bucket for the senior. Back in now. Minor on a hard-charging drive is stripped. Great hands by Trimble, who takes it all the way.
They have been. They played really well. They're sharing the basketball. It's moving. They're really punishing Pittsburgh on the switches.
There's Jonathan Powell, knife.
BFFs there. So that's going to be a really fun game to watch there. That'll be really competitive.
I don't know if we're going to get a. That's what Carolina wants. Another injury to a big man. Witherspoon, freshman from Bowie. It's the first free throws either team's take.
Mostly with their man-to-man, but Pitt, you'll see change how they cover ball screens. Here they're switching.
Trimble accelerates into the lane. 71% from the line, Seth Trimble. And he hits Carolina.
But they want, right now, they're switching inside, and you have Cialepa in the post on the guards. If not, then your guards got to attack the mismatch outside.
Witherspoon will take a tough shot. He didn't see, as you noted, Cialepa against Evans, but Witherspoon with a skilled finish. And then nobody guards Jaden Young.
They've got to get back. And you're fighting, and you realize this. At Pitt, this point in the year, you wonder just where the psyche of this group is. You've lost 7 of 8 coming in.
Grabbed by Dunning. There's Minor, who's yet to score. Dunning, early feed to Corrin. Just lowered his. Corrin saying, "You sure?"
He just paused, like, "All right, can we?" He was expecting their whistle to blow.
Today for the senior from Allen, Texas.
He hadn't practiced since the game, and I'll tell you this from a player's perspective: I preferred rest at this point.
Evans had a big game at Miami Tuesday. Feeds Bogovac. Off the mark, Corrin. for the strong contact to the body of Stevenson, who goes to the line and rolls in the first free throw. Disjointed offense from the lineup that's usually not on the floor today.
Well, their identity is playing through those bigs, and they're no longer there.
Trimble will get hit with a. Either you or I.
Yeah.
I think one of us can relate to that.
Not jumping. I can shoot it. I'm jumping. That's not, got to get in the paint off the bounce and make a play. Pitts going to their zone. Can they rebound out of it?
He came off the bench for just the second time in 125 Division I games. But he is here. Nice back cut by Indris.
Both teams are switching buys, Kevin, and I think Carolina's just doing a better job of attacking the paint on their switches.
Bogovac
making the ability and the creativity off the bounce that could give UNC some problems.
There's Corin bodying high, left it short.
That's a weird ankle to be banking in a three there.
You don't think he intended it?
No.
That was intended. Stevenson.
His head down, but as you said, Carolina right now is in control offensively. They're getting every shot they want.
Nobody. Minor on a switch with Stevenson. Passes out of it to Witherspoon. And Witherspoon is Clemson this week.
Yeah.
Dunning turns it over. Here's Dixon. Here's High. High flying for two.
The execution may not always been great, but the effort's there.
Step back Minor, and he buries it. DeMarco
in his bag, and I think he's turned down a couple of threes on those switches.
Now we'll see if he has any dead strength. He's going to guard Stevenson in the post, and Guerin lays it.
Bad strength to kick in when you're Minor. It didn't happen that fast. He hadn't had enough time.
And his daughter, his first child, was born at 1:24 in the morning. Cialepa shakes start of the game, came off the bench. He does have 7 rebounds and an assist today. That was his first bucket. High again. 6
in transition. Look at that, his biggest cheerleader.
Trimble sneaks in between.
My God, they're defending more in the post. But when the opportunity presents itself, they have crashed the glass.
The first free. Pitt's opponents are hitting 76.3% of their free throws.
Yeah.
So not only are they not hitting at the line.
That's when you say, hey, you're fouling the wrong guys. You got to foul.
Indrisatis shakes free for 2. 4 games Pitt, by the way, has faced UVA, SMU, Duke, and Carolina. Those 4 are combined 80 and 17, 37 and 10 in the league.
The things that Hubert Davis wants to clean up, just the unforced turnovers. Still giving up a couple of offensive rebounds.
And Corin gets good position on Powell. See, Dunning returns for Pitt. Kyan Evans way off the mark. His first shot attempt of the game. It'll go back to Young with a rebound. There go the heels again. Even shorthanded, they are zipping through the tempo today. As Young's 3 is Tigers, who won a national title a few years ago, are trying to snap a 17-game losing streak to South Carolina. Joyce Edwards, Flau'jae Johnson, and a whole lot of stuff. This got my second home at this point.
But it will be the next week or two.
That's right. Carolina gets NC State Tuesday in Raleigh. Powell.
To run your offense. No need to force anything.
Here's High. Looking for a career high. A very skilled player, High, who just hasn't played a lot.
No.
2 years ago, he averaged less than 5 minutes a game.
Well, I'll look to see what he provides for this lineup, but it doesn't look like much has changed.
He set up a 3 right there for Bogovac. Last year served a 1-year suspension for an off-the-court incident. This year is averaging just over 5 minutes per game. And today he has 2 and 10 in the league. There are the 2 Carolina stars. All-America type players, maybe the best front court in the country. Cialepa lays it in.
Also gas too. A couple times you can see him putting his hands on his hip.
26 minutes. That's more than his 2 highest minute totals of the season combined. And they have delivered.
Absolutely. You asked for the group project. Everybody participate and help out, and they have.
Indrisatis with a 3
in front of you, but they're taking care of the basketball, which is something they're going to have to do against NC State. You got to turn them into a half-court team. And they're doing it. But it's It's in Raleigh, and that place will be rocking.
Be an easy sellout.
But he's also had his challenges in there competing against those guys. Because you also, even if the guards attack your bigs, you got to battle on the glass, and that's just not something you want to do all the time.
Overcome that.
You know what's unfortunate about that? It's Virginia Tech right now where they side on the bubble. Is those 3 losses at the buzzer that they faced throughout.
Broken bone in his left hand.
Now that Carolina's made the adjustment, they're trying to stay big on big. So they're showing more. This, I think, helps the guards and helps them rebound. But the guards are...
They have a great recruiting class coming in next year. And they have hope for the future, but this has just been a year where...
To give yourself realistic expectations. And coaching does matter, but I think the first thing that matters is how much money are you willing...
Brown Jr. and the Cardinals were a team with amazing potential. 3 for Dunning is good. This game without Caleb Wilson, and somewhat surprisingly, it's first without Henry Vessar. Leads Wired to 29-65. UNC takes it over Pitt.
I think